Did you see the Trick Daddy interview we did about how the Eat a Booty Gang, which Howard Stern played, by the way. Shout out to Howard Stern.
Yeah, I saw that bullshit. Hey, to each his own. But I'm just gonna say that all this ass play is priming you for something. All this infatuation with the ass and the asshole and having heterosexual men obsessed with the asshole is to prime you for something else.
And what's that?
To be comfortable with sodomy. To just be comfortable with ass play. And to make you so comfortable that now you can't talk about somebody else who's into ass play. Like I've said this before, I remember back in the days, a porn comes out. If they were getting fucked in their ass, if the girl was getting fucked in her ass, it was like specialty porn. It was like anal porn. You know what I'm saying? If you look at most porns now, mainstream porn, not that I'm looking at a bunch of porn, but when I do, it seems like they always end off with the bitch getting fucked in the ass and then taking a load to the face and the mouth. You know what I mean? But it's always ending off with getting fucked in the ass. Because they're psychologically making you feel like sodomy, and that's what it is, anal sex, is part of natural sex. So now if they get you constantly fucking a girl in the ass, how could you complain about when a guy does it to another guy? If you're eating a girl's asshole out, how can you complain when this guy's eating that guy's asshole out?
So you're saying that anything anal related, even if it's a man and a woman,
is sodomy.
Is gay.
No, I'm not saying it's gay. I said it's sodomy.
Sodomy.
Yes.
Okay.
Sodomy is the act. Really, oral sex is sodomy too, technically.
Is it?
Yeah. You look under sodomy laws and shit like that. Sodomy is anal sex and oral sex. See, a lot of people don't even know the meaning of certain words that we speak.
But you know, when you hear of someone getting sodomized, it doesn't mean that they got oral sex done to them.
Well, no, it means that they might have forced oral sex on somebody else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can sodomize a sheep. You can sodomize, you know what I mean? So...
Interesting.
Yeah, just see, I'm into etymology.
So someone who gives oral sex is a sodomite?
Technically, yes.
So this is why the Jamaicans somewhat, frown upon oral sex and so forth?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that goes into that, you know what I mean? But yeah, a lot of like religious type people might frown on sodomy, it says it in the Bible and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to sit here. We can't sit here and say that we haven't been involved in sodomy with a woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, with a woman. Right.
So technically, you're a sodomite.
Technically, yeah. I've committed sodomy with a woman in my past. Yes. Yeah. That being said. But the sodomy they're trying to get you accustomed to is not just the fellatio part. Even though that's helpful because a man has a mouth and a man has an ass. So if we could just remove the pussy from the equation, you see, that's what they want to do. They want to remove the pussy from the equation. The most beautiful part of the equation, mind you, they want to remove that. And say, this is just as good. And then trust me, you got guys who be like, man, I'd rather get some head than some pussy. You know what I mean? It's too much work. You know what I mean? Well, if that's the case, a man could give you some head, right, Mr. C? You know what I mean?
Potentially do it better.
I don't know about all of that. But anyway.
Potentially.
Anyway, and yeah, and then as far as fucking a woman in the ass and all of that, you see what I'm saying? So it's all the setup. It's the primer before we put the paint on. They put the fucking primer down. You know what I mean? So the paint goes on smoothly.